Merry Christmas to each and every one of you. We're almost there. Can you believe Christmas is almost here? Once the snow comes in and the cold comes in, then Christmas Eve and Christmas is going to be here. It looks like we're going to get a white Christmas after all. I don't know if you've heard what some people are calling Christmas this year. Instead of Christmas, they're calling it Familymas, which is kind of a funny term, but I kind of don't mind it. They're talking about it this year because this is one of those weird years where Christmas shows up on a Sunday, and everyone kind of freaks out, and everyone's thinking, "What do I do? Do I go to church? Do I stay home?" There's all sorts of traditions that we're used to, and that we have to try to figure out which ones we're going to prioritize this year. Blessings to you if you're going to be staying home Christmas Eve or Christmas because of the weather or just for other reasons. We certainly, at Grace Point, we don't want to be a church that's adding one more thing to your plate or adding stress or pressure to you. That's not really the goal of what Christmas is all about, right? Isn't Christmas about spending time worshiping God, celebrating the incarnation, being amazed by this miracle, being with the people that we love? And so if you're going to be staying home over these next few days, I want you to know we're going to be live streaming our services, and you're welcome to join us online if it makes most sense for you to do that. But for those of you who are willing to get out into the cold, and you do want to spend some time with your spiritual family and with others as an encouragement, we want you to know that you are welcome to be with us. We're going to be hosting an in-person Christmas Eve service. It's going to be a candlelight service from 5 to 6 p.m. on Christmas Eve right at our church. And we've been looking at different characters of Christmas throughout our Advent series. So for Christmas Eve, we're going to just take a few minutes and look at Joseph, because I feel like Joseph doesn't get a lot of playing time. I feel like Mary always gets the spotlight, and Mary's got a wonderful story, but Joseph's is kind of cool too. And so we're going to look at Joseph on Christmas Eve. And then on Sunday morning on Christmas, we're also going to be having a service at 9:30, our regular time. 9:30 on Sunday, we're going to host an in-person Christmas service. And it's not going to be very fancy, and it's probably going to be a shorter service, pretty informal and casual, a Familymas style. We'll have a little area for the kids, little activities, and just a few minutes for us to worship God together in song and hear another story. We're going to look at Simeon on Christmas, and just spend a few minutes reminding ourselves of what Christmas is all about. And so I just want to welcome you to come and be with us in person or online. Ultimately, the goal is for these next few days for you to feel the presence of God, to experience the nearness of God. And for us, we think that oftentimes happens just in a common, ordinary experience. So I'm not inviting you to any sort of fancy production. For us, no angels will be falling from the rafters or anything like that. But ultimately, my conviction is that sometimes the more meaningful things are the more normal things. And just that stuff that we really need is the stuff that we end up remembering over the years. So I welcome you to an ordinary Familymas this year. We'd love for you to join us at Grace Point.